Alright, so starting with the stuff that I keep on the outside of my pack. This right here, I throw my wallet and my keys in. I use it for kayaking to keep my phone in. But then when I'm on the motorcycle, I keep it so that stuff doesn't fall out of my pocket. This right here, I think it's called a balaclava. And here's some gloves. Both of those my ex-girlfriend gave me. And they both came in handy. Look at these ants trying to get up in my gloves. Yeah, because it was like 50 degrees this morning when I was riding back. Like, it was so cold, like, I couldn't even stand being on the interstate because of all the wind and stuff. Anyway, here's four straps from Walmart. I think they're probably Ozark Trail, these little bungees. Those came in handy too because I was able to stake down the tent even though I couldn't put no stakes in the ground since it was on a wood platform. They also kind of help hold stuff on. Right here's some worms that, even though they're a week old, they're still alive and well up in there. Here's my little tackle box. Let's see. I only keep like basic stuff in here now. This little frog I like because, you know, he doesn't get stuck. Keep spare flashlight in here. And I got this night ice thing, if I can get it out of here. You know, you can hang that around just for maybe a little extra light. I really got it for my kayak so that I can keep track of my kayak when I'm out in my tent at night. Make sure that thing doesn't float away. Right here's the strap that I use to strap it down. I run this up under the seat so that the bag can't fall off. Now I got two of these Coleman Mad Dog, I guess motorcycle gear straps. And then I got them connected using these little, like, these Walmart, they're like 2 for $1, something like that. Little clips. Alright, so let's see what I got up in here. So this little bag right here is filled with batteries and USB cables and stuff. Now I can charge stuff up. And just in case I ever happen to get to an outlet, I do keep one of those with me. There. Those are all the good batteries. And then I have another bag up in here, right here, which is just filled with like dead batteries. So here's my DJI Spark drone right here. You can see how small it is. I basically sold my last one and got this one just because it's a smaller size. That way I can fit it into my bag and stuff. Now this thing right here, it only shoots 1080p video, but, you know, it looks okay. And the thing works good. The battery only lasts about 12 minutes though, which kind of sucks. And I only have one battery for it, so I had to keep recharging the thing. Now I brought it with me, but I didn't actually get to use it because they, well, Pilot Mountain bans drones once you get so high up. Probably because the wind will blow them away. But maybe on a future trip I'll get to use it. Alright, right here, this is my USB chargeable waterproof headlamp. And I like having my stuff all USB chargeable, that way I can charge them up, you know, with the single battery bank. This thing's nice. It has a few modes on here. Basically, well, full brightness, and then it has this mode where you can wave your hand in front of it and it'll cut on and off. It's not working very well right now. I don't know if it's these gloves or what, but that's kind of odd. But sometimes it gets annoying because what happens is if you're inside your tent or something, it'll just constantly be cutting on and off as you're looking at walls or the ceiling or something. But if you hold this button down, you get a red light as well. And then it's red strobe. Then you gotta hold it down again to get back to white. Oh, another cool thing is that it makes a good night light because you could just keep it in this mode right here where you can wave your hand in front of it, and it's easy to cut on and off while you're sleeping, or not while you're sleeping, but whenever you wake up. Alright, so next up is this home span right here. I got it for $10 up at Walmart. It's got 3 different modes on it. 3 different speeds, I should say. And the cool thing about this is that it's rechargeable with the USB. Now another thing is, if you take this little screw out back here and you open this up, you'll see that it's powered by an ultra-fire battery. And I've got a few of those that I use for my flashlights, so that's pretty cool. If this ever dies, instead of recharging it, I can also always just pop in a new battery. You can see it's pretty dirty. It's also rusted up here a little bit, but that's okay. As long as it works. I'll probably buy a new one just in case they ever discontinue it or something. And this little multi-tool I take with me as well. I just throw it up in my pocket. Throw that right there. Next up is this solar chargeable USB power bank. You can see it's 15,000 milliamps. It's got 2 ports on it, covered by these little rubber things, so it's kind of rugged, I guess. I don't know if it's completely waterproof, but it's something. Plus, it's got a light up here, so that's pretty cool. It does take a few hours just to charge this thing, and it lasts pretty long though. And if you wanted to completely charge it up in the sun, they say it takes about a week. So, I mean, it's not very viable, but you know, it's something. All right, so in here, what I got? A canister of butane fuel. Probably should find the lid for that. Oh, there it is. And then, let's see, I got a toothbrush, toothpaste, deodorant. I got a little magnesium fire starter. As well as some trash bags. Looks like, some rags and stuff in there. Alright, whatever. Good shot right there. And then this is one of the items that I should have brought last time. And that's my stove right here. As well as some cutlery. By Ozark Trail. And this thing comes apart so you can have, you know, your your fork, spoon, and knife. What is this? This is probably a can opener. And look at that. You got a can opener and a bottle opener there. As well as a corkscrew. And it all collapses down. Pretty nice and neat. Now this little stove right here. Let's see if I can get it out of here. This uses butane fuel. I bought it off of Amazon. Probably about $15. You know, those things open up. That flame gets pretty crazy on there if you're not careful, so you really shouldn't be using it in like closed spaces. Let's see. These 4 legs make it pretty sturdy. And plus, let's see, is there a button here? Yeah, this is how you can start it. Doesn't look like it's working now. Alright, I'll throw that right there. Wow, this thing right here, my waterproof speaker, I like this thing. You can use it to answer the phone as well. That way you can talk remotely while, you know, you don't have to sit right next to your phone. You can carry this thing around and still be able to talk to the person on the line. It also sounds good. It lasts a few hours. It ain't too bad. Nice and loud. This right here is my motorcycle cover. I just got it stuffed in this little bag. The original bag that it came in was huge, so I had to swap it out with something smaller. I'm not going to pull it up out of there. I mean, it just covers my motorcycle, keeps it from getting dirty or wet. Throw that right there. Let's see. This right here is toilet paper. I just got like a half roll of toilet paper shoved up in there, folded, so it don't take up that much space. This is a Capri Sun that I have left over. I didn't drink it. Now this is like a necessity for me. This chair right here, because you always need a place to sit down. It does take up a little bit of space, but you know, I throw some other stuff in there to kind of make it worth it. Like I got this little fork to cook stuff on. And I got some seasoning and a lighter, lemon pepper seasoning, my favorite. In here I've got that little red cup, as well as some napkins and tin foil. Right over there, I suppose. Next up is this TNH Outdoors sleeping pad. Pull this open real quick. You see it comes with this band. This thing runs the whole length of the tent. It's pretty comfortable as well. Now I did notice that last night when I was sleeping I kicked out one of the plugs and it deflated one side of this sleeping pad. So I'll have to flip it over next time. It doesn't take too many breaths to fill it. The only thing I don't like about it is that when you're rolling this thing back up, it's next to impossible to get all the air out. Because the plugs ain't on the ends, they're kind of in an odd spot. Whenever you fold it and roll it up, you know, it just has like a little bit of air in it. But it seems like the air goes out over time. Put that right there. Alright, so right here, my Outdoorsman Lab sleeping bag. Now the cool thing about this is that it has like a little insert where you can throw something like a towel or clothes, or in my case my hoodie, to make a pillow. But you gotta remember, the pillow's only as comfortable as what you're putting in there. So the hoodie's kind of a little firm. A towel would be better, but I don't have really the space to bring a towel. Another thing about this thing, it's only good for like maybe 50 or 60 degree weather. So the past couple times that I've taken it out, it's been like 44 and 45 degrees, and I've been freezing in this thing. So anything under 50, I wouldn't even use it normally, you know what I'm saying? But it saves a lot of space, so I kind of have no choice to use it now. Alright, what's this right here? This is my little emergency kit. And I mean, I wouldn't really call it an emergency kit. Maybe a really simplified med kit. I got some eye drops in there, goody powders, which I use all the time. I threw some waterproof matches in there. I also have Tums tablets, allergy medicine, which I definitely need because I get allergies like crazy. I got some nicotine patches right here, and then in here I think there's like just some band-aids and stuff. Alright, so for the last thing here is my tent. It's a gear top, 2-person, 4-season tent. I love this thing because it keeps me warm and it keeps the sand away from me. The only thing that I don't like about it is a little bit large. But I was looking online at some other tents. This one in particular, it was a single-person, like Mountain Engineering Alps tent or something like that. I'll put a picture up of what it was. I was thinking about getting that to replace this one, but in the end, like looking at the description of it, the pack size of that single person tent is only 1 inch thinner, but it's 2 inches longer than this thing. So it isn't really worth it, not in my opinion, especially considering you only get half the space of this tent. And this tent, you know, it's pretty durable, it's strong, definitely keeps me warm. And it ain't too bad in the summer either. Like setting it up out on the beach, like there's so much wind over there that, you know, it doesn't stay hot in there at all.